So, Nikola Tesla says the universe communicates in energy. So do you know the energetic language of how to communicate to the universe? Well, it is through your being. And one of the ways I've found that you can tune into and become masterful with your frequencies is through energetic priorities. So your energetic priorities, when you identify what the energies are that expand you, that's what's true for you. That's what your being is asking for right now, is those things that are like, right? So some people, and the first one I had a lot of years ago when I first discovered this was, if my whole life could be joy, if everything showed up as joy, it wouldn't matter what showed up. I wouldn't be asking for a car or this or that necessarily, because everything's going to show up with joy. So it was no longer about the things to bring me joy. It was that I was being and radiating joy, and then the universe was matching it. Because that's what the universe does. The universe is a delivery system for the energies and the frequencies that you're being. So even if you're asking for ease with money, but you're being not ease with money, the universe is going to show you more not ease with money, because that's what you're communicating. If you're struggling with relationships, you can always find it in who you're being with relationships is what the universe is delivering. Okay, it is literally, it's like, I love my analogy with this one. It's like Amazon. If you're not in the US, you might not know this one as well, but Amazon.com has 1 billion products. They sell trillions of dollars of products a year, and have, I don't even know how many vendors on there, but how many products. It's so many. But if you go to Amazon and you don't know what you want, it's useless and it's confusing and it's a little bit stressful. It's kind of like going into Walmart where you're like, there's so much stuff and it's. But when you go to Amazon and you know what you want, then it's super easy to find. And then all you do is you find it, you pick which one you want, you click buy, you pay, and it's so easy because your stuff's usually already programmed in there, at least mine is. And then it sends it to you. Like the next day, 2 days later, you have what you asked for. That's how the universe works, but it's based on energy. So if your being is, if you're aware of this or saying you want this, but your being is being different, there's just an incongruency. And that's where the energetic priorities, when you start working with them and start practicing them and start calling them forth and start being them, it's like your universe flips like that. All of a sudden, everything rearranges for you so that you actually become the dominant energies of your reality. And you become the thing, and I like to think of it like this big lighthouse, like a big tower of like white, blue light, like aqua light. It's like, that's me at least. And the universe rearranges because you are so strong. You are so strong. Nobody can mess with me, right? Like, because I'm strong in my energetic priorities. So everything has to rearrange. So when you walk in a room and there's sort of a heavy energy or like the negative vibe, that's what I used to call it. And you're like, I don't want to be here. You're in reaction. You're not being the dominance of your energy. You're being in reaction. And I used to go, it's heavy here, I have to leave. Now, that's one choice, and it's not a bad, wrong choice either. It's just a choice. But if you walk into the room and you're like, hi, I'm here, and you're being and radiating your energies, you are the one that changes the room. And the first time I did this, I remember, because I hated networking events. So in my past life, you guys might not know this, past life, this lifetime with this body, I had a company called Conscious 360, and I put on networking events. And because I hated networking, so I created a networking event company where we had hundreds of people coming every month. And it was all about connection and contribution. And it was a really cool format. But what happened was I loved my networking events because there was a different energy to it. And it was also about contribution, right? But when I went to other people's networking events, I hated them because everybody just wanted to pull from you and take from you, and they just wanted to sell you stuff. And it was just like, ugh. And that's how it used to be. I don't know if it's changed at all, but I don't do networking events anymore. But I remember going one event, I was happy that day, and I started to walk up towards the door. It wasn't my event, it was somebody else's event. And I started getting heavy. I was like, I don't want to go in there. And all this stuff came up. And I was like, oh, that's not me. How do I know? Because it wasn't there 5 minutes ago. All right. So now I'm in reaction. I'm reaction to something that's in there. Something that I'm about ready to walk into. Okay, cool. I'm not going to have that. I'm going to have something different. So I said, all right, what energy can I be? What space, what consciousness, what being am I that everyone there wants to know me? They know they got to know me. I walk in that room, and the first time this ever happened, 5 freaking people came up to me and said, I don't know, you were just glowing when you walked in. I just had to know who you are. And I remember going, holy shit, that worked. It worked. Okay, cool. And it's as simple as that. But you have to, not you have to, you don't have to do anything. When you discover what how to use energetic priorities to guide your entire life, you're in this space of communication and potentially communion with the universe, where you're working together, where you start to know how you create by being the dominant energies anywhere you go and throughout your whole entire life.